Welcome everyone, Battle Sisters appreciators, tournament enjoyers. I am here with Tivi. They are the best United States South Adepta Sororitas player that there is. So please introduce yourself as well as your pronouns. No, pronouns. I know your pronouns, but pronouns.
I'm Tivi. I've been playing Sisters literally just since the start of 10th is when I got in at the end of 9th, but I've been playing for the entire edition as my introduction to 40k. I got into it because my partner really enjoyed the lore-wise. She had tons of books about it. And I was like, you know what?
I'll just make this my whole personality for a while. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So she got me a couple orcs and I got her some Space Marines. And it just barreled downhill. My pronouns are they, them. I usually go by any because I'm non-binary. So whatever goes.
Okay. And you're on team X4. Is it X4 or X-4 or X subtracted 4? How do you even pronounce
X4.
it? X4. Right. Explain the team. Is that just a group of people you know, or is it like the best of some grouping to go and take all the tournaments?
Oh, it is the best of a grouping to take a bunch of tournaments. Another member of my team at this tournament went undefeated. He was playing Eldari. And he just lost out on taking first place by 10 battle points because I think they were tied on win percent.
Ah, wow. So that was Riley Morris?
Yep. Good friend of mine. He stopped me from winning 2 grand tournaments by beating me.
That's
once in like the third round and once in the finals.
that good of a friend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so we just come back from the Battle Brothers Grand Tournament. Yes, which is a singles event, and you are there as the top Sororitas player, and you got third place behind your good friend.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the event. We're going to talk about your choice of detachment and army list, how you play it and the basic tactics around it, and then the matchups you got to get the 4 wins and the 1 loss.
Sure thing.
So this Battle Brothers tournament was a singles event, even though it sounds like when it's ever Battle Brothers, it usually indicates a double event. But this was a singles. It's 2,000 points. You've got 3 hours per game, which is a good amount of time. You normally don't get as much as that. And it's using the mission deck, and it was using challenger cards?
Was not using challenger cards, no.
No, it was not. Okay.
Yep. We're glad they're gone.
Ah, right. Well, I'll talk about challenger cards in another video that's coming up soon. So there's, I also assume legends weren't allowed. I didn't see that in the event document either.
Yeah, no legends.
Terrible, this awful tournament. Well, you've got a lot to prepare for tournaments. I will also talk about that in another upcoming video. I mention these as reasons why people should subscribe. Much easier to catch the videos that way. Even if I do come up as the top Google result if you type in cartoon vampire YouTuber 40k. But one thing I think they did have, even if they didn't have challenger cards and didn't have legends, they had karaoke.
Yeah. I wish I was there for it. It was the night before. I didn't stay out there either. I was driving home because I only live an hour 20 from the event. But it didn't stop me from going to the bars when I got back.
See, you missed out on the karaoke. The classic 40k tournament karaoke that everyone needs to be prepared for. It's meant to be unskippable. It's like Uma Musume. You've done the running, now you do the dancing section. And you can get extra points based on it.
Hell yeah.
Right, so we'll talk about your army. Which detachment did you choose? What did you like about that detachment compared to others?
So I play Martyrs. I have played since the Codex released, I have played 2 detachments, and it has been Army of Faith and it has been Martyrs.
Oh, I do appreciate the Army of Faith.
I never could get into Bringers because it just seemed too telegraphed what I was going to do. But in Martyrs, it seemed like just right enough for the good combined arms to be super aggressive and just get in there.
It does have shenanigans.
Also have a little bit of shenaniganery,
yeah,
which is
you
my
can
favorite.
take damage, you get better when you take damage.
Mm-hmm.
You've got shoot back, you've got get back up if a character dies, you've got, oh no, you're not going to hurt this unit, you're going to hurt this totally other different unit instead.
The taunt is probably the best stratagem that there is. It is so useful.
And it usually takes people by surprise as well. Even if you've already done it that game, they'll still be surprised the next time you do it.
Even if they know about it and you tell them about it, you have half of a Dominion squad that can reactive move when someone gets close, and then heroic, and then get in there and taunt. So it's insanely potent.
Very good. And you didn't fancy doing a tournament with Army of Faith? Any particular reason?
I've done it before, but I feel like Army of Faith only really works when you are using exorcists.
Which I do, which is why I picked the Army of Faith.
When Exorcist went to 210, I was like, I just got hit right in the detachment, so I just couldn't anymore.
Even with the points drops on like Seraphim and other similar units, but that probably doesn't make up for the Exorcist. It's just Exorcists are too expensive, which is so unfortunate for a random number of shots, which you can't fix with Miracle Dice.
I'd really like to see them go down by like 40 points and just lose indirect. I think that would be really nice.
They didn't have indirect fire in previous editions. This is the first time it's been proper. 9th edition, it was a stratagem that let you fire indirectly.
Yeah. It'd be really nice to have something with 10 strength you can just like have and just do a lot of shots with.
It's pretty much our highest strength. Otherwise, you have them all on the Paragon Warsuits, and that's about it. Hunter Killer Missile, but they're one shot. Yeah, otherwise we capped at really strength 10. It's like no one told the Battle Sisters for 10th edition, oh yeah, we've raised the toughness and the strength of things above 10 that it's been capped at for like all of 40k.
God.
They didn't get the message.
No.
Okay, can you send me your army list? Ooh, Order of the Viridian Bastion. Do you have them painted in a particular interesting way?
I do. They are flavored as a Valorous Heart minor order. And they're black and green, and they're from a torrential rain planet. So none of them hear very well.
So they're English.
And yeah. None of them hear very well. They don't use they don't have Repentia because they get stuck in the mud.
Right.
Same with Arcos. So I try not to run any of those kind of units in my lists. I'll show you my Celestine. I'm really proud of that one. So I kit bashed her to be more sacrosanct-like.
Very nice. Yeah, that looks very good. Oh, and then you got the halberds on the 2 assistants. Yeah. I do like the green and black. That looks very good.
And then this is my star player, the Jump Canoness with Suffering and Strength.
Rather than on a Palatine.
Yep.
Got 2 rhinos. There's a lot of transports.
Oh, yeah.
Would have made me think, maybe you would have gone for the Bringers of Flame. But the amount of immolators, transports and vehicles are also good for the Hallowed Martyrs because as soon as you take some damage, which is pretty easy to have happen, then you're getting +1 to hit. I think I see where most things feature. So we have 3 Dominion squads, and that pairs up with 3 immolators, so you got 6 Dominion squads.
Yep.
And I assume you got 3 with the melters that are going to go in the immolators, jump out and have some shots. And you've got 3 squads, which will be on foot, 1 on the home objective, and 2 moving up.
Yep.
Because they'll be quite fast with Scout. They could get there. Sometimes, like, you can reach an objective marker with just a Scout move.
Yeah.
And then you're there in the first turn.
Miracle dice.
Yeah, potentially you get an extra Miracle Dice.
We'd take those rolls.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. There's 2 Hospitalers, and they are presumably with the 2 Sacrosanct squads. And you have -1 to be wounded, and a 5+ feel no pain, and potential for resurrection.
Yep.
They
when you roll
will
those 1s and 2s, they got to go somewhere.
Well, yeah, absolutely. It's a shame, again, another thing about the Sisters in 10th edition. As well as the strength cap, Miracle Dice used to do something when they were low, because you could use Miracle Dice of a 1 or 2 in 9th edition to pass leadership tests. Now that you need high rolls for leadership tests, they can't do anything.
God, me using 6s to auto pass in 10th, crazy.
Sometimes you've got to do it.
And I did at this tournament.
Yeah, so we've got 2 rhinos. That'll be where the Sacrosancts will go. 2 squads of 5 Zephyrim, and they will presumably be doing actions. No?
Incorrect, actually.
No.
They're going to be with the Jump Canoness and with Celestine in this list.
Oh, okay. I would have run them separately, but yeah, go on.
In doing this, it turns Celestine from a funny little stall piece that never dies and takes way too much to shoot at to something that can actually kill things with the lethal sustained and real roll charges. And with the jump cannoness, it turns her into like a heat-seeking cruise missile. She just kills things.
And that's why you've put 2 suffering strength on her, which is bonus attack and damage, and then more attacks and more damage if you're hurt.
Attack, strength, and damage.
Attack, strength, and damage, yes.
2 on both if she is hurt or dead, which in this detachment does happen and you can use.
Yeah. Then you get back up, you run 1 wound. That makes sense. And I presume that'll be all for her big turn of, this is when we're smashing people with 3 more attacks.
Yeah. So you charge her squad in. She dies the next turn. She comes back up. Well, she gets killed in shooting, presumably. And then she gets charged by something that your opponent's just expecting to clean her up with. You warn your opponent, hey, don't do that. They do it anyway. They kill her. You say fight on death, reroll hits and wounds. And then she dies, and she just cleans whatever it is up.
Nasty. That's going to be a lot of command points, but that's pretty nasty.
Yeah, she's a captain, so it helps a little bit.
Yeah, Divine Deliverance for 3 more attacks with devastating wounds, plus 2 more attacks through suffering strength.
So she makes 10 attacks total. When she's dead, there's strength 7, I believe. +1 to hit, +1 to wound, rerolling hits, rerolling wounds. Devastating wounds.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a nasty fight on death. And then she can get back up on 1 wound.
And then she gets back up and does it again, but without 3 attacks the next time.
Yeah, okay, so it's spending 2 command points, then 1 command point, then potentially another 2 command points. All right.
And it is so worth it, because she cleans up whatever she touches.
Very good. So we have a lone palatine with Senti example, which is the I'm giving you the you are going to die enhancement.
Yep.
So do they just run around by themselves, stabbing stuff, maybe?
No. So you put her with a Dominion squad inside the immolators.
Right.
And that is the immolator that goes the furthest forward. And you give it lethal hits and you say, that's probably dead, but so are you.
Okay. I've never been a fan of lethal hits on melter guns because you're only getting 4 shots from the 4 melters. Well, 5 including the Inferno pistol. Maybe you'll roll a 6.
You do it for the dice for the most part, and if you get a lethal hit, you're like, oh, crispy.
And then you could use miracle dice on the damage potentially. All right. That makes sense. So we have plenty of things to take objectives, and because of the transport, I'm assuming you're pushing forward very aggressively. Very,
very aggressively. That's been my play style.
Yeah, give a lot of vehicles that the enemy needs to deal with. You have 2 castigators, both with autocannons. Do you just prefer the rerolls to wound? Especially if you're moving closer, then you will get more shots. Other people can be much more standoffish with them and use a battle cannon.
Yeah, I feel like the autocannon just in general is just a better battle cannon with the twin linked.
Yeah.
Mostly because I'm running 3 immolators, obviously. So you're never getting cover regardless. So I just have like twin linked now. So, and I'm usually making 8 shots because they're usually pretty forward.
That makes sense.
So the dice just usually come out better favored for the autocannons.
Yeah, because you're hitting on 3s and then you're getting rerolls to wound. And are you firing that mostly at like vehicles or Terminator types?
It's usually elite infantry.
Okay, then you're probably wounding on 2s, if not, or 3s, then with rerolls. Okay, yeah, that's a lot more wounds. Otherwise, I use the battle cannon more often, and it can hurt light vehicles. Otherwise, I just use it to shoot big, scary blobs, because people like to be taking big, scary blobs these days, especially things like 10 berserkers as the minimum size of berserkers.
Castigator love to eat those.
So who do you have to complete actions? Is that the transport's job?
It is the transport's job, yeah.
Yeah, the rhinos, so immolators can always do that.
The transports and the bad half of the dominions.
Yes.
So the transports have 2 jobs. The first job is be in positions where dominions with good guns can move back in. Yeah,
because you can reactive move with their righteous awareness into the transport because it's a normal move. You can use a normal move to get into a transport.
Yep. And the other thing is, if that's not around them, they do actions and they move block.
Right, yes, because if you're looking at a lot of tournament terrain, there can often be gaps where it's like, it's 4 inches wide to get past this ruin, and you can just go sideways and stop enemy tanks and monsters getting through.
Yep. And in Hallowed Martyrs, because I have so many transports, sometimes they're just cruise missiles. So you send them into blobs of enemy units and have them die and explode for free.
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever been tempted to injure your own troops with explosions just to get +1 to hit?
I have, actually.
You're a crazy person.
Listen, I got 2 castigators and like 2 immolators hurt off of an explosion. It was the only things that were going to get hurt for the rest of that turn. I take +1 to hit any day of the week.
Okay. Yeah, okay. On vehicles, I can see it working. It can be a very vehicle-focused detachment, as well as another way to run it I've seen is with like 8 characters, and 1 or 2 of these is going to get up, no problem. Usually I see Morvenn Vahl in this list for the same reason, because she can get back up. What made you avoid Morvenn Vahl and go for more like Sacrosancts? Sacrosancts are kind of unusual to see in Hallowed Martyrs, especially compared to Champions of Faith.
I think Sacrosancts are actually better in Martyrs than they are in Champions of Faith, and that might be a hot take.
It is mildly warm as a take.
So the reason I think that is because in Champions you can get more AP, sure.
Yep.
You can get more strength, sure. They can move a little bit faster and their OC is good. But their damage is still, you're just rolling, like, you're rolling your hit roll, you're rolling your wound roll. In Martyrs, you with those lethal hits on those maces, you're rolling 30 dice twice for 6s.
Yeah, you can do fully rolls to hit, and you don't need to take damage for that.
Yeah. Anything with a 3-up save, if I put rerolls on them, usually just falls over.
Very good. Yeah, damage 2 is the Space Marine killer.
Yep. And then I don't take Morvenn Vahl. So I think Morvenn Vahl is an overcosted unit. Usually in her best case scenarios, she trades even, and that's not what I'm looking for.
I have had a similar kind of experience. And playing Army of Faith, you can have the Paragon Warsuits. More often than not, I'm like, I'll just have more Seraphim and Shenanigans and Battle Sisters, and because of the number of Miracle Dice I've got, I'll just keep passing armor saves and stay alive that way.
Yeah, but I can get 3 Dominions and like a transport and a half or something for like what she costs, and that is going to pick up so much more.
And you have more pieces to do actions and give you Miracle Dice when they die, even if Morvenn Vahl has a potential to generate Miracle Dice.
Yeah, you're generally going to generate way more with Dominions. You get it from the Cherubs. Morvenn Vahl is she kills what she touches. She kills anything, right? But usually what she kills is not enough before she dies, is what my experience has been.
Yeah, she'll kill one thing and then usually get taken out by whatever hits next, because toughness 7 is pretty good for wounds, but anything dedicated, actually trying to kill her, will be able to kill her.
Yeah, and she's very telegraphed because she's kind of slow.
8-inch move.
Can't move through walls.
Have we got advance and charge anywhere? I don't think we do.
No, we don't.
No. Only the penitent host and only for penitent units.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if your order doesn't do penitent things, then you're not going to look at the penitent host. Right, let's go through the matchups you had at this tournament. So who was your first game?
So my first game was against Space Wolves. And it was more of like a traditional Gladius Space Wolves, where you had 2 Vindicators and a bunch of what's the dudes that are like riding wolves? Those
Thunderwolf Cavalry.
Yeah, those. He played it very traditional combined arms, where the wolves were in front.
Yep.
And the Vindicators were way in back. And we were playing on layout 4, I believe, in that one. So there's no place to hide in layout 4. It is just a very hard layout to play on, because the left side of the map gives you access to see the entire map almost, except for like the last ruin in the corner. So I positioned my castigators over there so they can just see the map.
Yep.
And the immolators, the
Vindicators were like
forward.
the opposite side.
Yeah, the Vindicators were in the opposite side as well. So they're never seeing each other. And my plan is just to clean up what I can in the mid board and score points. He was a very good player, but I think a critical mistake he made is because the Martyrs is so CP hungry. He left was it Bjorn the Vect? Is that him? I can't quite remember.
Bjorn the Fell-Handed is the dreadnought that gives you more command points.
Okay. Not that one. The new model, the one with the Vec that goes with Terminators, that one. I think he should have
Grimnar?
had that.
I think it's Grimnar.
Yeah, it might have been Grimnar.
It's Logan Grimnar, Guile of the Wolf. Enemy units using stratagems within 12 inches costs 1 more command point.
So he brought that in around turn 3, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, after most of his army had already been meltagunned.
Yeah, right. And if they're very slow because it's Terminators, you want to get them in like turn 2.
But I think if that would have been just around the midboard, I would not have been able to clean them up as efficiently because I had my jump cannoness come up there and just like start cleaning house, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And every activation she gets is a dead unit, usually.
Yes, you don't need Morvenn Vahl, you have a crazy cannoness.
And she's half the price.
Yeah. So the next game, second game
was against Thomas Fields. Who was this might have been my hardest game at the tournament, besides from playing Mark. So he was playing Tunnel Snakes, all right?
Right, so Tyranids.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you newish detachment.
So he was running 2 Tyrannifexes and just Ravener spam, right?
New Raveners, hyper-adapted Raveners, or the old Raveners?
Yes.
Right. Lots of them.
3 of the hyper-adaptive, 2 of the non-hyper.
Right.
This is probably the hardest game I had because my dice were the worst and his were so good. So turn 1, I push all my shit forward because he starts 5 units off the board or something because it's Tunnel Snakes, right?
Yep.
So I take full middle board control. All 3 emulators just zoom up. Sacristans take their position this is layout 1, so they're taking their positions in the first L, and they're ready to just move out when I need them. I leave a nice small gap for his Tyrannifex to move forward, and he takes very, very good advantage of that. And he makes a hole next to that Tyrannifex, and a Tyrannifex from his home comes up and visits. So I have 2 Tyrannifexes looking at my entire army. 1 kills an immolator straight up, just two go through, which is a minimum of 12 damage.
Right.
And then the second one, I'm like, okay, I can't lose 2 immolators here. So I smoke it. I'm like, all right, a Tyrannifex never hits that good. It's not heavy. It's hitting on 4s. Rolls 2 6s. 2 wounds go through. I don't save either of them. 2 dead immolators. I'm just no.
And they're not in a good position to explode.
Nope. There's all in my army, and nothing good there was there. And then I lost a 3rd immolator, which I pushed up. It was my Palatine immolator. I punched it up, and that one died to Zoanthropes, or the brain bug that shoots laser beams out of his brain. So I lose all 3 of my immolators turn 1 against that guy. And I'm like, ooh. Oh, no.
So you're down to 2 rhinos and some troops.
Yep. But it turns out meltaguns are very, very, very good at killing Raveners.
Well, yeah, they're heavy infantry. They have a not great save. Toughness 5, so you're winning them on 3s. Going straight through, and you just need to roll half decently for damage, or if you're in half range, instant kill.
Yep, and they're Dominion, so they're assault. So
so you move in advance, then shoot at half range. Yeah.
So the Rhinos that game, they were not doing actions. They were new transports because I needed some backup. My God, that was also the first game with sisters that I had ever played where I rolled 0 6s for miracle dice.
It happens. The more you play, the more it happens. Then you'll find, sometimes I never roll more than a 4 for miracle dice.
I mean, listen, I rolled 20 miracle dice. I should get a 6.
This is why so many other detachments have to think, okay, it's the Penitent Host. I need to have the Triumph for St. Catherine just to give me some 6s for the charge rolls. And the Psalm of Righteous Judgment to turn those miracle dice into 6s for charge rolls.
Hell yeah.
Right, so you're able to kill all of the Raveners and the Trigons, and then was there much in their army that was like, okay, we just have some Termagants to complete secondary missions?
No, it was just Raveners. It was all Raveners, the Neurotyrant squad.
Okay.
He had a Lictor and a couple Neurolictors, but those were all things I picked up turn 1 with just the Immolator Meltaguns.
Because if they're the only things there and you move fast enough with an Immolator, you're going to shoot it. Yeah.
Yeah. God, what a fun match that was. The Dominions in that game, they didn't do any melee blocking. They were all screens because you cannot let them put up tunnels. So I think he set up one tunnel that entire game because I was screened out so well with just Dominions and like Castigators in the back line.
Very
And that
good.
really, really helped.
Right. So what was the third game?
My third game was into Blood Angels.
Oh, right.
And this was more of a straightforward game where Blood Angels just have a very, very bad matchup into Sisters, that the way I play them at least. Exclusively elite infantry, and I am like exclusively melta-guns. So
Yeah.
by turn 3, he was basically tabled.
Because, I mean, fights first isn't going to matter if you get shot.
Nope. And then I have Suffering and Sacrifice for
Yeah, for when he gets into
the
melee.
Sanguinor. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you say, okay, you're going to kill these Dominions instead of anything more valuable, while Saint Celestine, the equivalent, stabs him in turn.
A great thing I actually did in that match was the Jump Canoness charged up, and she had one lady left in her squad, and she tagged Dante, and the Sanguinor came down, and I was like, you probably don't want to do that.
Because fight on death.
Yep. And he's like, I'm just going to do it anyway. So the Sanguinor comes down. I take every save on my invul, not that it matters because he hits them on the invul anyway, to make sure the squad dies. Squad's clean dead. Fight on death, reroll hits and wounds, and she's Super Saiyan that turn. So she just like slides Dante's squad into the garbage can and then comes back. Like an entire Sanguinary Guard and Dante just die to her.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. Otherwise, the Sanguinor's like, oh yeah, you can reroll battle shock tests. It's the fight first that's more important. And the 8 devastating wounds attacks at damage 2, which is something that the Jump Canoness sort of has anyway for roughly half the points, less the enhancement.
And that was the one match I had where I used a 6 for a leadership test because I could not have her get battle shocked.
Yeah, okay, yes. Because if she's only got one Zephyrim left, that's a battle shock test and you need to pass that. Otherwise, none of the combo is going to work.
Yep.
Then you got on to game 4, which is the only one you lost.
So that was against Mark Hartel. And he likes playing how I play, where he wants to take the mid board, score points, and then keep me in my DZ. So he goes first, and he does exactly that. He pushes forward, he takes one of my castigators, because I had it pretty aggressively pushed forward because I'm like, I need rapid fire for this matchup, right?
Yep. What else was in their army?
It was 3 Land Raiders, Gilliman, Calgar, Tigurius with Stern Guard,
okay, yeah,
Grav Gun Centurions, and some Space Marine bodies. So he pushes most of it starting in Land Raiders, obviously. He pushes a Land Raider forward. The Grav Guns get out. Grav Guns, they take any Sister's vehicle for free and just kill it. There's nothing you can do. It's not consensual. Your vehicle is gone.
And they get full rerolls to hit against enemies and objectives?
Anti-vehicle 2.
And anti-vehicle
3
2.
damage. So he gets 4 shots through. I'm sad. So a Cascadator dies turn 1. And I think if I put that Cascadator further back, I might have a better chance in that match. But that was like the most glaring mistake I made in that one. So that Cascadator dies. I have my entire army ready to pounce on his. He pushes his non-redeemer forward right in the center of the board. And it just asserts itself in the middle objective on layout 1. And then his other redeemer is on the other side, and his other redeemer's on the other side.
Okay.
So he's got a redeemer on each objective.
Yeah, so you can't get close to them because those flamers will just melt Battle Sisters.
Yeah. So what I try to do with that is I try and throw Sacrosanct at it because I know Sacrosanct squads will survive and just be more angry for it.
Right.
He does end up overwatching a Sacrosanct squad turn 1. He takes out like 6 of them. Oh my god.
Yeah, D6 plus 3 shots per 2 with 2 flamed cannons. So that's 2d6 plus 6 shots at strength 6, wounding you on 2s, -2, damage 2. Yeah, that's going to get through also like Feel No Pains.
Yep, it is not good. But I know Sacrosanct in my heart, they can survive. They are actually absurdly tanky.
I find it depends on the role. Sometimes it's like, well, the entire squad just died to las guns this time. Other times it's like, well, they've been hit by half your army and there's still half of them left.
Yep, there's no in between. They either survive everything or nothing.
Yeah.
They either die to bolt pistols or like...
Or they take Angron, yeah.
Yeah, the Angron will sit there and he'll be like, I killed 2 sisters. So he has Calgar get out of the middle Land Raider, and it charges 2 of my immolators. And very luckily, neither of them die. My turn 1, I shoot Gilliman to death with meltaguns. I kill the Land Raider in the middle.
Yep.
I shoot Calgar's company heroes to death. And then on the charge phase, I charge the jump canoness into Gilliman and kill him a second time. And I put Calgar on just him with 2 wounds and one of his Victrix. Oh, I also send Celestine into a Dev Sense, and she wipes the Dev Sense. So I've killed like 800 points on top of 1. And I'm like, oh, that shouldn't be too hard anymore, right?
Yeah. But there's still 2 Land Raiders left around, and Sternguard and Tigurius.
Yep.
And all the other Space Marines besides.
So I had this experience last time at Battle Brothers where I killed 2 of his Land Raiders, and one of them exploded on his whole army. And then I was just like, I should definitely win, right? I should definitely just win now. So I like get everything set to just like do my standard like push. And I once again have underestimated how good of a player Mark Hartel is.
He can keep going with half an army.
Yep. So the 2 Land Raider Redeemers just pick up like 2 squads of whatever it wants in my army every turn. And it's like kind of a gamble whether I kill one or not. It's like, can I get the 5s through on my meltaguns?
Yeah.
And the answer ended up being no for the rest of the game.
And you wouldn't have enough miracle dice to just use those 5s, because you also want miracle dice for the damage. Yeah.
Yeah. So it ended up being just 2 Land Raider Redeemers versus the world, and they won.
Yeah, I think they're the most horrible Land Raider. Even when they came down to points, a lot of people were like, oh, it's a Land Raider. It's too overcosted. It's not worth your time. And it's a transport. It's incredibly difficult to kill. You have to have dedicated things to it. Yeah, you got the horrible Overwatch from the Flamestorm cannons. I think Land Raiders are really good.
They are really, really good, especially into Sisters, because you can aim 1 flamer one direction, 1 flamer another direction.
Yep.
And that is just 2 dead squads.
Yeah. All right, so that was your only loss, but you've got pretty high score so far. And then your final game?
My final game was into Drakari.
Oh, with a new codex or not?
With the new codex Drakari. I play this match just very standard. I go first, so I just push everything forward. So my standard, like the thing that I do with this list in this attachment is immolators go forward. They scout 6, they move 12. If you have anything outside of your deployment zone that I can see, Dominions get out 3 more inches and shoot it to death. So I do that standard opening.
Yep. Because you're not advancing the immolator, you're just moving it the normal 12 after the scout move.
It 12.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is that is 21 inches of threat range, and that is very.
And that's how you're able to kill
scary.
the lictors and the neurolictor against the Tyranids.
Yep. Then obviously, because they need to move forward to score points, you just get them back in the transport. It's very easy.
Yes.
Especially with Drakari, which is a very fast, like, I want to be out on the board kind of army.
So as soon as they get anywhere within 9 inches, you're reactive moving back inside.
Yep. His dice were very cold that game, but we played the entire game in his deployment zone. Like, he never was able to leave like his ruin on layout 1. And I think Celestine was the most MVP unit in that matchup. Nice. She killed all 15 Scourges by herself and some other trash.
And the Zephyrim were there to clap?
Yep, the Zephyrim were there to clap.
Have some sustained hits, Celestine. Do it again, Celestine.
Do it again. Do it again.
Excellent.
When she gets into Drakari, she just double, triple charges, splits up some attacks. I give her rerolls, lethal sustains for days.
Yeah. It's very useful. Because it sometimes feels like, hang on, we don't want Celestine because she can't use Divine Intervention as a stratagem. However, she has that inbuilt already. And the full rerolls to hit is very nice when you have the lethal hits, more the sustained hits, because then you get the devastating wounds. So unless you're charging, which I assume you are pretty much always charging with her, you're going to get both.
Oh, yeah. It turns out power weapons just kind of destroy elf bodies.
Yeah, AP -2 or -3. They have a 5+ or 4+ normal save. Sometimes it's 3+, because I feel that Eldar and Sisters are annoyingly similar this edition. It shouldn't be like that, but it is like that. Good. Well, it's nice to see, army lists that aren't, okay, we're taking Morvenn Vahl, or we're taking the Triumph for St. Catherine. Dominions are a standard kind of unit, as are Immolators, as are Castigators. But we've got some Rhinos. People tend to shy away from Rhinos. Like, oh, well, if I'm going to have a transport, I'll have an Immolator. And I just like the much cheaper Rhino. It transports more units. It can do actions by itself. It's still kind of annoying to kill. You can't just do one las cannon shot and like a tactical squad equivalent cannot kill it.
Oh, no. Rhinos are free as far as I'm concerned. They do so much in Martyrs. They do actions. You can bounce to minions that need to fall back, and then they can suddenly still shoot because the Rhino hasn't moved and has firing deck.
Yeah.
And then last off, it's a missile. It's literally just a cruise missile.
And Zephyrim. Not a lot of people take Zephyrim because I generally prefer Seraphim, but it depends what you want to do with them. If it's supporting your melee characters, which is what you've done, so you can turn Celestine into a more melee fighter, I tend to run Celestine alone. Sometimes I've had her with like 5 Seraphim. Then I can have like move, shoot, move after shooting, get in the way, do some combat instead if I wanted. If I'm still in combat, I've got Inferno Pistols or Hand Flamers while in combat. But Zephyrim are nice.
I used to run Celestine just like she, by herself.
Yep.
She is like an immovable object.
Because it's annoying, because it's like, we have 4+ Feel No Pain now on Celestine and can assign wounds to Celestine.
Yeah, she's Sister's Calgar for half the price. With lethal, sustained, and reroll charges, she is legitimately a threat.
I've usually preferred, if I'm going to take Zephyrim, I will put a Cannoness in there because that's half the price of Celestine. I know you get 3 people for Celestine's cost, but 1 jump Cannoness I generally feel is a better value if I'm going to go the damage route.
The only time I think I would ever take just the jump Cannoness is with the enhancement, because without it, she is so much more middling. Whereas with Celestine, after that squad like missiles in, she's gonna move 12. She's gonna charge in. 9 is like average with a reroll.
Yeah, you got the banner, Zephyrim banner.
But she's gonna be balls deep in your opponent, and she is not going to move for at least 2 turns because she is just impossible to kill almost sometimes.
And then she sometimes rolls a 1 and doesn't get back up, which is the unfortunate thing.
It happened to me twice at this event.
Oh.
But
odds are not in your favor. Did she go down in every match or not?
She went down in every match. I think except against Mark. I don't think Mark bothered killing her. Right. So she sat there and fought a Land Raider the entire time, but it was Gladius, so like the Land Raider could fall back and do things. And
yeah.
Celestine just sat there sad.
Yeah, as soon as a Land Raider can fall back, I can just shoot you with the flame cannons in combat. So it's nice to see you got 4 wins, 1 loss, and came 3rd at a grand tournament event.
Really hoping to take this one, but Mark Hartel is a very, very good player.
Yeah, sometimes it can be down to the points as well. In my last one, I did win all 5 games, but they were all won at like 70-something victory points. So the person who came first just had 90s and 100s as theirs. So the only reason I got second is because I didn't lose a game.
Yeah. In this tournament, this was probably my best opponent win game percent that I've ever had. So 4 of the people that I played against went 4-1 with me as their only loss, and then 1 of them went 3-2.
Ooh, yeah,
so
okay.
I have 76% opponent game win percent here.
Yeah, I have had some tournaments where it's like, okay, everyone I played came in the top 10 or top 5, and like, yeah, that was a difficult one. So then I don't feel so bad if I won 3 and lost 2 or won 4 and lost 1. It's like, it's all right. They were against the best people. Other times it's like, okay, this is someone's first tournament and I'm their first game. And we'll be gentle, I suppose. And then win 100 to 25.
Yep. I did not have easy matches this tournament. There were no easy matches. Not really.
I mean, it's a grand tournament, so you're less likely to do so. There'll still be people who it's their first or second tournament who know how to play the game, but don't know how to win a tournament and keep the endurance up for, was it 2 days? Or it was just 2 days.
It was 2 days, yes.
Yeah. All right. Good food and karaoke and 40k games. Very nice. Thank you for coming on. Would you like to give shout outs to anyone?
Obviously, shout out to my team and my teammate Riley for going undefeated. Shout out to Jess, who was there supporting me at the event. I'm Tivi V on Blue Sky. You can always find me on Discord at Tivi_V if anyone wants to talk about sisters or anything like that. And my team Discord is always open for new people to come and hang out.
Excellent. Thank you for coming on. I wish you the best of luck in North America to become the best, one of the best Super Sisters player that there is. My darlings and viewers, have a great day of 40k.